Here again, another State of Being daily check-in. Thank y'all, man. We had a wonderful morning. Had a wonderful morning. Uh, this is we are regrouping from a long day yesterday. Got a lot of work done. Was able to prepare properly for 2026. So thankful. But as always, duty calls. Showing up for ourselves consistently. Today is a new day, and we're gonna start it off on the right foot. We doing a midday one today. I had a little, like my route to get to work had a delay, so I had to make some adjustments to my day. But no matter what, we still gonna show up for the people. We're gonna show up for ourselves. We're gonna show up for the future version of ourselves. More importantly, because every day is about being 1% better than the day before, right? Ain't that right? Yeah, that's what's up. So as always, man, we're gonna start this off with our reset breath. We're gonna take a second to regroup and regather, let go of what was for what's to come. Be present. Every time I do that, I feel the tension just releasing, and it feels good to be present in the moment. Because we do have a lot built up and a lot, stocked up on us. So it's good to just release. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of all that tension. But as always, we have a point of focus, and this is a good one. This is a real good one. The focus for today is sacrifice. Sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice for what's important for you? Now, when I say sacrifice, I'm talking about a healthy sacrifice, right? Are you willing to cut out your distractions? Are you willing to cut out those things that give you those temporary moments of satisfaction, temporary moments of joy? Are you willing to cut out something that may make you feel good in a moment for the long-lasting satisfaction of what's to come? That's a real good question. It's a real question I ask myself all the time. So let's set our intentions. Today, I'm going to put my priorities in check. I'm going to sacrifice those meaningless podcasts that I watch sometimes in order to put forth more effort into my 2026. We're getting ahead of schedule. We're preparing for it, right? That's what we're doing today. Set your intentions. If you got something you're intentional about sacrificing for today, throw it in the comments so somebody else can read it and be inspired and feel the joy that you're bringing to the world. So go ahead and do that for us right now. We got 7 people in the chat, so that's what's up. If you want to chat right now, go ahead. Put what you're willing to sacrifice for your better version of yourself, for your future version. Throw it in the chat. All right, let's talk about sacrifice. Sacrifice is something that we do all the time, regardless of if you mean to or not, right? We sacrifice our time for our careers. We sacrifice our time for money. We sacrifice, time away from others in order to do things that mean more for us. We sacrifice all the time, intentionally or unintentionally. But the most important thing is to sacrifice with the right intentions, right? See, a lot of these focus points kind of intertwine with each other. Are you willing to sacrifice? I'll give you an example, right? I used to love playing 2K. Big on the 2K. Big on the 2K. I was a PS5 guy. I was big 2K. But what I realized was I spent so much time playing 2K and playing video games, it was cutting out the time that I could be using to put more time into the studio. So I was sacrificing my studio time for 2K. And then I had to reach a crossroads where I was like, you know what? In order for me to be more productive in the space of music, I gotta sacrifice certain things. So my PS5 has not been hooked up for like 2 years. Literally 2 years. I just took it off. I even took the TV off my wall because I was like, you know what? I need less distractions around me. So I had to take the TV off the wall. I took the PS5 out the crib. And it's been in storage the entire time because I said I'm gonna put forth more effort in the things that matter to me more, right? And boy, oh boy, when I tell you the productivity that I had increased drastically just for that little sacrifice, sacrifice says I'm going to prioritize the long term, I'm gonna prioritize the long term satisfaction versus that impulse, right? Here's another example. I used to love Chick-fil-A, man. I still do love Chick-fil-A. But I was also trying to get right with my body, my skin, all of these things. Like, I struggle with like bad skin sometimes too. So I said, you know what? I got to cut out the things that may not necessarily be healthy for me on a long term basis. So I had to cut out the fried foods. I had to even I used to smoke a lot and drink a lot. Had to cut all that stuff off. Drink more water, eat more fruits, eat more natural things. All within right intentions. Because I was like, you know what? I'm seeing the decline in certain areas of my life. And in order for those things to improve, I got to put forth a better effort and sacrifice certain things in order to get more out of what I wanted. So, with that being said, sacrifice is going to happen regardless. But you got to set your intentions with what you're sacrificing, right? If you say you want to let's say you want to get back into being more fit, you may have to sacrifice what you eat. The time you're putting forth in other things, you can say, you know what, instead of me playing 2K, I might go for a little run, do some push-ups, get my body in order. Because I know it's going to feel good in a moment for me to eat this Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich with the, the spicy deluxe with the sweet tea and the lemonade mix. It's busting. But I know in 6 months, with this hard work that I put in, the sacrifice that I put in, I'm going to be proud when I look at myself in the mirror and say, oh man, I put the work in for this. I had to fast for certain things. That's a sacrifice. Because you're struggling when you think certain things is like changing the way you look and changing the way you think. And you cut out certain things in order to get to a better place. That's all a sacrifice. For the long-term satisfaction of knowing I'm doing what's right for me 5 months from now, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now. Instead of me spending my money, sacrifice that feeling of getting something right now for the sake of saving so that in 10 years I could buy a crib. I can buy some land. That's a sacrifice. So what are you willing to sacrifice for the things you want in your life? You see, I'm grateful for my ability to see long term and the willingness to give up the impulse for the long term feeling of satisfaction. So to the stars worldwide, if you're watching this live or you're watching this 5 years after it's posted, what are you willing to sacrifice for your future self? Be ponder today. And as we always say, man, continue to shine on. It's your boy Zoe Black checking in, checking out. Want to shout out to all the stars who always checking in with me. Make sure y'all come back tomorrow. We will be here again with another State of Being check-in. Because I want to know where you at. I want to know how you feeling. One love, man. Make today better than yesterday. Shine on.